Hey you guys, and welcome back to the Raxpack 2. So, I've got a few things we can do today. The first thing I wanted to do was set up some crafting frames, which are going to come in super handy. Logs to planks, planks to sticks. Two. So that's two normal super crafting frames, so we're just going to need... Just thinking about what size crafting frames I'd need, because I'm being hyper organized for no real reason. So if we do that, and then we do, yeah, you can go there, and do this, and we do this, and error, crafting recipe not valid. How do we set these again? Aha. So the top one will be X plus wood. That will equal planks, correct. And this one will be planks equals sticks. So if we do that, what's the ingredient? Oak wood. We get sticks. I mean planks. Now the interesting thing I just noticed about this, I haven't actually tried this before, but that is skipping a particular piece of a process, and I think that's because BWM is looking for those bits. But we wouldn't get it. So I suppose that won't actually matter, because sometimes I don't want bark and sawdust. They can be quite overwhelming sometimes. But now we can have lots of sticks if we need to. So that's going to be very useful. And now I want to make some shears. Up here, up here. Because I need some wool. I want to make a backpack. So wool, gold, and 7 leather, which we have thanks to our exploration. And we can get a lot more, actually, because we haven't raided those 2 villages properly. Oh, hi friend. How are you? I'm in a much better condition than the last time I fought one of you, so... Oh, also I don't have to fight him normally, and I probably shouldn't. There we go. We just got a creeper fuse. And now the creeper's very sad and he can't explode. That's from BWM. You need creeper fuses, and so that's why I shouldn't fight them normally. But it's very handy to be able to disable creepers when you need to. So we got what we need, which is a little bit of wool. So we can go back into the pit and make ourselves a backpack. All of this in the name of getting ourselves self-sufficient. I know where I put leather. Sometimes when I'm talking, I just click on chests and I don't see what I'm after, even though I know exactly where I put things. Backpack. Put it on the ground. And shift break it, and now it's on me. And if I press my backpack key, it opens the backpack. And it even shows up on my player. Isn't that cute? So now I can store things like my bucket and my wooden storage crates and my shears when I'm not using them. So you will go in there, and then I'm going to count wool. We'll go in here because it's a building block. Creeper fuse, on the other hand, goes in there. And these mob essences, these life essences, are going to come in very handy, but we need some eggs first. Right, we have a backpack, we have a super crafting frame. Which, by the way, super... You can get other crafting frames. You can get super item frames, which allow you to... They're kind of like barrels, but I think they only take an entire stack rather than rather than multiple stacks. I'm not totally sure though. And then you get super teleportation frames. That's how late game getting around you can use. You get a super XP frame, saving your XP. Super breeding frame, which will feed animals. Although I'm not sure whether this would work with Animania. I haven't actually tested it. And an incineration frame for trashing items. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, something we haven't covered. I'm going to cheat in this guide because it doesn't actually have a recipe. So we'll just turn cheating back on for a second. Rax. Give me that. And I'll turn that back off. So, Raxpack guide. This is one of the first books you get when you actually log in. You saw me have it in the first episode. I quickly lost it when I died, as well as my Astral Tome and a couple of other books which are less important. But I haven't actually covered this book with you guys at all, and I probably should. I read this blurb, I think, pretty sure, but I haven't covered things like getting started, which I've already kind of walked you through most of this. This is simply telling you that you'll need to look after your temperature and thirst, and it starts you off on getting thirst and shows that you can get empty canteen and glass bottles and a rain collector, sorry, which we should invest in at some point. How to keep your temperature normal. As you can see, I kind of pushed the limits of it. If you've recently seen a very recent Direwolf episode where him and Pahama are doing a new crash landing map, Di is very paranoid about his temperature. You don't have to be as paranoid as he is. You're quite okay as long as the orb is an orb. When it's not an orb, that's when you have to worry. And you can make a campfire and so on. We probably won't need a campfire for the foreseeable future. It may come in handy later. And tells you that you can go into JEI to find other recipes and some basics. This pack mod uses Antique Atlas, which I have shown you. There's Roots 2, Embers, Astral Sorcery, and Blood Magic for magic. And for tech, there's Better with Mods, Immersive Engineering Mechanism, and RF Tools. Tells you about the hardcore lumber. And crops will die in winter because of tough as nails. And then it tells you about all the tweaks I've made to all the different mods, including craftable elytra. So that's that Raxpack 2 guide. And the reason I actually went to the effort of getting that guide is because I wanted to do Astral and get another book. Yes, okay. So I don't have enough aquamarine. In fact, I don't think I have any aquamarine, and maybe we'll get some this episode. But I wanted to make an acacia tome, and I wanted to put some stuff in it. So that's going to be a book plus a bookshelf. So that is 4 books. 4 books plus some wood. Bookshelf plus what? Oh, you want to... Oh, look, I've forgotten a thing. I've forgotten a thing. Oh dear. Well, that bookshelf will come in handy at some point. Bookshelf. And by forgotten a thing, I mean I've forgotten to tweak a thing in the Raxpack. So, hopefully that embarrassing incident will remind me to do it in the future. But there we go, we've got an Akashic Tome. That means I can get you and you. And whoops! I shift right clicked the stone and it took me to the Minecraft wiki for stone. What I meant to do was, I meant to craft these books together. There we go. Including my guide. And then we can access the books. And if you actually click on the book, it turns the Akashic Tome into the book in question. And if you want to get the books back, you punch with the book in midair, and it will turn it back into an Akashic Tome. And so now we have a way of storing all our books on us in one handy book, which is very nice. Cool. Now, we have other things to do today. Did I ever loot a hoe? I probably didn't, and I'm not going to make one because I know where one will be, and it's nighttime. Okay. We have Infernal mobs in this pack. This particular guy is very annoying. Okay, well, that was awesome. He's also sticky. He's got Blast Off and Sticky, or Gravity and Sticky, I think. Gravity is the one that pulls you towards him. And I was walking down the mountain, and I flew off the side of the hill all of a sudden and took a whole bunch of damage. And I was like, oh dear. Where is this guy? And he's down here. He might have disappeared, though. It looks like he did, in fact. But we got our stuff back. So that's fine. He took my sword with him. That jerk. Oh well, we'll get another one, I'm sure of it. Well, we already looted you, so I don't need you. I need... We'll loot all this too. On our way out. Need to go here, because this will have a hoe. Because we need to start farming hemp, basically. Hemp. BWM hemp. And these buildings usually have hemp in them. Hemp usually have hoes in them. And so if we can... Yep, there's one there. If we can make a big enough hemp farm, we'll make a lot of progress quickly. It would be nice to make progress up to a point before we start any building project in earnest. Just due to the fact that it'll be easier for us when we're chisels and bitsing things. What the heck has happened here? The stairs didn't form properly? Okay, I'll use a hay bale to get up. So we got more tools. I'm going to take all of them, because I will be able to use them later, and not for the reason they were built. Start picking up this stuff. No, don't need the crafting table. Oh dear, should have brought my crates with me actually. May as well take some more books. Take some glowstone. I'm pretty much going to write this town off anyway, so it's alright if I completely raid it from top to bottom, I feel. No tool. Okay. And so I will. But yes, hemp. BWM hemp. Hemp is used in a lot of things in Better with Mods. It is also essential to mechanical power, which is what BWM uses. And we need a lot of hemp. Something in the grand total of 200 and some hemp fibers to get us going with mechanical power. And it's not just a matter of growing the hemp either. We have to grind the hemp into hemp fibers. So the sooner we get this plantation of hemp going, the better. Basically. Oh, hi friend. Why don't you come out here? I'm going to ask you a question. Heh. Get it? What's with your model? There's something going on there. Can you see it? Something with his legs. Oh well. I won't question it. He dead now. Oh, there's my sticky friend. He didn't die. But he's still taking all my stuff. That jerk. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. Yes, he has a sword. He can pretty much one-hit me with 3 hearts. We will solve that I promise. Okay, got my stuff back. There's one mob ability from Infernal mobs that I hate the most. It's sticky. Sticky is the worst. Yep. That guy's getting around. He's turning all the villagers into zombies. I just don't know where he is. I would like to beat him up, because you get loot from them. I just need a favourable position where I haven't had my axe taken off me. Where are you, bud? Where are you? Looks like when testificates die, they drop mystery meat as well. Okay, well, I'm going to continue raiding this place, and I will return. No, no, that guy's going to pull me off the hill from all the way over there. Stop that, jerk. Stop it. Seriously. Get down here. Don't steal my axe right away. Okay, well. Yeah, you're gonna pull me over. No. You know, this is what I mean by favourable position. Oh, no, that's not favourable. That's not favourable at all. Got stuck on something. There's time between... Oh, hey. Your helmet broke. Ha! Take that, jerk. Give me my sword back. Awesome. Well, that's nice. Throw these bones out. Well... Yeah. Yeah, okay. No, that's a good trade. Anyway, we'll continue raiding now that that guy's dead. Alright, I actually ended up raiding the forestry house, so I'm taking the time to make me a apiarist's chest to store all these awful bees in. You can go here. For all I care. So in you go. I've got lots of nice stuff, mostly wooden things. Common drone out of it though, which is good. Helps me in the future. Okay, so I'm just going to store all of this stuff in places, and I will join you again. Okay, I'm on the opposite side of, well, I'm on the other hill, the side of the other hill, the first hill we found, facing the base, because I'm going to put a gigantic freaking field here. Now, something I was thinking to myself before I started the series is that I really wanted to make farms big. Big proper fields. And I think that's exactly what we're going to start with doing here. Actually going to dig out this spot here to make an infinite source closer to... Vaguely closer, because I could still go to the fairy well down there. But also cut down a silver lime for those interested in trees. But basically, the whole aim of this game will be... Okay. We also have augmented interactions, if I hadn't already pointed that one out. Haha, and I forgot my hoe. Okay, I'm back. So we should be able to just... I'm gonna hoe everything and break all the grass. And then I'm gonna look for where I need to put new patches of water. I know it's 4 out from the the other water, but can always just do it randomly and go back afterwards. Yeah, just keep doing that. So, I guess I'll be back once I have a large field. Okay, so Made a pretty big field so far. I have to watch out for these cows though, because they can drink full blocks of water when they get thirsty. Another trait of Animania is that cows and stuff are thirsty. So I have to be careful, but and I'll probably end up covering these with stone slabs or whatever. But for now, we're just going to start planting the hemp that I have and hope for the best. I have some bones, so I'm going to be back and try and bone meal. But that is our starter crop, and eventually it'll cover that entire bit. And then it's not the deepest field in the world, so I'm going to roll it down the hill some more, and then the rest will be wheat and other crops. But for now, this whole lot will end up being hemp at some point, so we'll have more than enough to go from in the future. Right, I had way more bones than I thought I did. Now this is fully grown, and actually this is harvestable. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get them up to this lower half fully grown. Because you're not meant to actually harvest the bottom half of the hemp. You're only meant to harvest the top half of the hemp. If we can manage that, I think we'll be good. Because that, what happens is the bottom half grows incredibly slowly, which is why I'm bone mealing it. And the top half actually grows quite fast, to the point where if I bone meal these, they all give me hemp right away. And that is what we're after, as well as the seeds. Mostly the seeds at this point, but we only got 5 from that crop. But we'll slowly march the field out and come back to it when we can. Fully grown. Oh, that was... whoops. Clicking all the wrong things. The hit boxes are a bit weird. You can actually accidentally grow the wrong part, the top part of the hemp, and you shouldn't do that because it will never fully grow, and you'll just end up causing the plant never to be harvestable. Like this one. This one will never be harvestable. So we want to get the seeds from that. And it's getting late, so I'm going to plant those and I'm going to get back to the base. But now we have a hemp crop started. And obviously the bigger that gets, the more exponential amounts of seeds we'll get. And the faster it'll be to replant the rest of it. But we also have the part of the hemp that I want to end this episode on. And a good thing it's nighttime too, because we only need to do this in the base. Oh, hello. Hello, creeper. Yoink. Ha, this one became a legendary. Oh, it's an alchemist. Oh dear. An alchemist sad creeper. It's not entirely useless anymore. It's not going to blow up, but it is going to be a problem. No! Because it only has to throw one harming potion at me and I'm dead, because I only have 3 health. So this could be fun. No, stay away from me. Stay away. Stay away. Dang it! Shit, creeper. I want my stuff. I don't want to mess with you. I just want my stuff. Run! Oh, run, 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 run. Why aren't I running? Run, run me, run. Good. And so it can't follow me down. Oh, that was close. I just saw the particles there. You do your thing, creeper. You just do your thing, okay? I don't want to mess with you right now. I want to just do the rest of this episode, thanks. So we'll put piles of dirt, if I hadn't already said, come from digging dirt wrong when I was filling out the water holes for the crop. Mystery meat. That's a mob drop, technically. Okay, hemp. Hemp. So, for hemp, we want to make a grind. No, we want to make a mill. A millstone, which is going to take, I believe that's stone. It's just cycling through all the different chiseled stuff. Plus a wooden gear, which we make like that. So, let's do that. That's tinted sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're going to need one more set. Because there's another thing that we have to craft. Other than the grindstone itself, just to begin with. Yes, that's right. So we'll make the gears. We'll have 4 gears. And we will need to cook up some stone. Which is fine. This one. So, I'll be back once I have enough stone. Here we go, just getting the last of the stone. Bam. Also got the other stuff. We didn't need to make the second set of wooden gears because you only need 1 for this hand crank, which is the second bit that we needed. But if we make a mill, now we have a millstone and a hand crank. We put the millstone down and the hand crank on top, and I'm actually going to get a piece of cobble here and block this side, because the output from the millstone does not actually go into its own inventory. It gets spat out of whatever sides it has accessible. So if all 4 sides are accessible, it'll randomly select one of 4. But if you block all but one, it'll only come out the same side every time. So we put the hemp in the mill and we hand crank it. Now this hand crank is quite expensive on your food. As you can see, every time I crank this thing, it's taking food from me. But we crank it one more time, we'll get hemp fibers, 3 of them. 3 of them per hemp. So we need like 200 odd of these, because what we need is we need to make hemp cloth, and then we need to make windmill blades from that. So we need 6, and whoops, what was that? 9 per. So we need 3 hemp per cloth, and 6 times 3 is 12. What? No, 18. So we need 18 hemp per windmill sail, basically. And we need a lot of food, because, as you can see, it's taking a lot out of me. Also, it's hot work. I am getting overheated from doing this. But fortunately, we've got a good collection of food going on, and we should expand that collection soon. But anyway, I think that's a really good place to leave the episode. Next episode, that's basically what we're going to do. We're going to be working towards mechanical power, and whatever other little side projects I can think of. So, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!